if you know that saving money is something that you struggle with, baby, you're going to have to do whatever it is that you can do to be successful at it, because not saving money is going to have you in a bad financial spot time and time again. Hey homegirl, welcome back to the Responsible Homegirl YouTube channel. I am so excited that you are here. If you are new to this space, the Responsible Homegirl is a financial education company where we focus on making you become more financially responsible, period. Finances is something that is so critical, something that's so important, and it could be a little taboo. We don't really want to talk about it. We want to pretend like we got all the money in the world. We want to go to work, spend our money, but nobody's really talking about managing our money. So this is a safe space where you can come to and learn how to manage your money, learn about some things that we probably should have learned so long ago. And I am always sharing my story and how I got here. But today, what I really want to focus on is 5 saving tips that I believe will help take your finances to the next level. Now, saving is so important because it's foundational. When we think about saving money, it's not just saving money so that you can have money for an emergency. Yes, that is super important. I read a stat years ago that said 60% of Americans don't have $1,000 saved for an emergency. So reading that, I'm like, wow, that's crazy. And I read that it's 2024 now, so I probably read that in maybe 2021 or 2020. And in this economy, come on now, $1,000, that's nothing. That probably can barely cover some of you guys' rent or mortgage. So $1,000 is very baseline, right? So saving money is deeper than having just money set aside for an emergency, but you want to save to invest. You want to save so you can purchase that house one day. Nobody's going to give you a mortgage loan when you don't have nothing in your savings account. So saving sets you up to build a bigger and brighter financial future. So I want to share with you 5 saving tips that actually work. I want you to watch this video until the end because I'm going to share a bonus one. So let's hop right into it. Money saving tip number 1. Save before you pay bills. Yes, you heard that correctly. Save before you pay bills. Many of us have been taught to go to work, pay our bills, just make sure that we can get on by. But no, that is not what we want to do. At the end of the day, we cannot pick up the phone and call a phone carrier or call our light bill company or call anybody if we run into something where we need extra funds. We can't do that. So the best thing to do is be proactive. Do not put your savings on the back burner. And when you pay your bills before you save, that is exactly what you are doing. Now, I'm not telling you to save all of this money and then don't have the money to pay your bills. No, that's nonsense. But that's why budgeting is so important. You want to make sure you have your numbers written down on paper so that you can actually see, okay, these are the bills that I have. And with this money left over, okay, this is the extra that I have to save. The difference is you're not waiting till later to save with the extra. No, you're going ahead and saving before you pay one of those bills. So I'm going to say that again. Save before you pay bills. Do not put your savings on the back burner. Don't put your savings on the back burner. I can tell you, even from my own personal experience, when I say, oh, I just got paid, I'm going to pay my bills and then I'm going to save later. And then I never do it because I end up going out to eat. I end up going shopping. I end up getting my nails done. Like, just all of this little stuff happens in between the time between you getting paid, you paying your bills, and then actually getting the opportunity to save. So go ahead and get it out of the way. Prioritize your savings. Do not put it on the back burner. And if you need help with budgeting, I want you to check out my Responsible Homegirl Budgeting Planner. On the front, you can see here it says Stop Wasting Your Money. And inside of it, it has different budgeting templates that I use myself. And it has saving challenges that can actually help you save your money. So when I say write your numbers down on paper, I give you a whole blueprint of how to do it and explaining to you in detail how to actually budget your money. So you can go pick this up from the responsibleHomegirl.com and start budgeting your money and saving your money before you actually pay bills. Saving tip number 2, save automatically. If you don't have to think about it, best believe it's going to get done. In this life that we got going on, so many different things can be happening. You can have literally 1,000,001 things going on in your mind, and you have every intention to save before you pay your bills. You have every intention to save a small portion of your income, but somehow you just forgot to do it in the midst of busyness. When you set up the feature to save automatically, you don't even have to think about it. It's getting done. Now on the other side of that, you can save automatically, but you don't want to be touching your savings account, doing that quick transfer as soon as you see the savings over there. But that leads perfectly into my next saving tip, which is saving tip number 3, create a high yield savings account. Now, I have been preaching high yield savings accounts, I know, for the past 4 years now, since 2020 when I started the Responsible Homegirl. But I'm going to continue preaching it from the mountaintop because I know you probably watching this video and you probably been following me for a very long time and you still don't have a high yield savings account. And I'm very confused as to why that is. Now, a HYSA, which is short for high yield savings account, it is the same as a traditional savings account, but there are a few differences. The main differences between a traditional savings account and a high yield savings account is an interest rate. A high yield savings account pays you a higher interest rate on your money sitting in that account versus a traditional savings account. An example of that would be a traditional savings account, your interest rate might be 0.025%. A high yield savings account, your interest rate might be 4%. Now, you might be looking at it like, 4%, that's still not a whole lot of money. But I would rather have dollars or be earning dollars on money that I have in account versus earning pennies on money that I have sitting in an account. Another major difference between a traditional and a high yield savings account is a high yield savings account makes it a little bit harder for you to get access to your money. With a traditional savings account, you can do a quick transfer and you'll have your money in seconds. With a high yield savings account, it's going to take you at least 2 to 3 business days to get access to that money. So it builds boundaries and helps you build discipline so that you're not touching the money just as quick as you save the money. Another reason why I love a high yield savings account is because it's going to be separate from your checking account. So out of sight, out of mind, you get the opportunity to let your savings grow beautifully instead of just touching it as soon as you actually get momentum and start saving money consistently. So if you don't have a high yield savings account, go create one. I have one with Capital One. It's called a Capital One 360 account. I love it to death. I've had it since, I want to say 2020, the beginning of 2020, and it does its job well. Now, you should know that the interest rate on a high yield savings account, they can go up and they can go down. So don't get married to the interest rate, but just know that it will typically be higher than what you will experience with a traditional savings account. So if you want to compare high yield savings accounts, compare the interest rates, compare the minimum deposit amount, all of that good stuff, go to bankrate.com. I'll put it on the screen as well so you can see it, and I'll put the link in the description box so that you can easily access it. But there you'll be able to compare different high yield savings account. Y'all, this isn't something that you need to take a week thinking about. No, 10 minutes max. Do your research, read, create your high yield savings account today, and start putting your savings inside of that account. And just like the previous tips that I gave you with saving before bills, saving automatically, all of those things you can set up with a high yield savings account. So make sure you do take my advice, okay, and apply saving tip number 3, which is creating a high yield savings account. So next is saving tip number 4. What's saving tip number 4? Yeah, okay. Saving tip number 4 is get accountability. Now, I don't know about y'all, but I tend to disappoint myself. I'm not going to say I tend to disappoint myself, but I'm quicker to disappoint myself than I am to disappoint somebody else. So if I give somebody else my word, because I want to be a woman of my word and I want to save face, 9 times out of 10, I'm going to come through every time. I know it's a little crazy and you should keep your word to your own self so that you're building trust with yourself. But at the end of the day, we're human and it just is what it is. It is no better feeling than having you an accountability partner, and not a fake one, a real one that's going to say, did you save your $100 this month? Or did you save your $200 this month? Or send me a screenshot of your savings account. If you have that accountability, that person that's going to be on your neck or y'all are on each other's neck, 9 times out of 10, you are going to save more money. So don't feel like because you are on this journey, or I just want to say, don't feel like you have to be on this journey alone, because you don't. You can get so much accomplished if you lock arms with somebody else and say, This is what I'm working towards. I want you to join me. Let's hold each other accountable, and y'all actually check in with each other. So getting accountability can literally change the game. Find you a trusted friend that you could talk about money with, that you won't mind sending screenshots to, that you won't mind challenging, and y'all save money together. It's going to make it easier. It's going to make it fun. And I promise you, you will be a woman or a man of your word, just because us as humans, like, that's just what we do. We tend to disappoint ourselves quicker than we are to disappoint other people. So get accountability. Now, our last money saving tip, not our last because I have a bonus coming for you. Money saving tip number 5, do not despise the small beginnings. I don't know what your financial situation is right now, but I can reflect on a time where I felt like I barely had money to save. Back in 2019, where I had way more bills than I had money, and it was tight, like it was tight. I had already listed my income, I had already listed my expenses, and I just realized, like, I should have never gotten this apartment, because no matter how much money I make, my back is still going to be against the wall. Like, I barely have breathing room. So I share that to say, if you're in a tight financial spot right now, do not be discouraged. Don't think that you can't save anything, because you can save something. Do not despise the small beginnings. Like I told you earlier, I read a stat a couple of years ago that says 60% of Americans don't have $1,000 saved in case of an emergency. But did you know that if you save at least $20 every single week, at the end of the year, you will have over $1,000 saved? And $20 is no money. $20 is very little. We spend $20 on TikTok Shop, on Amazon, on Shein, on so many different places, Target, Walmart, Chick-fil-A, Chipotle. We easily spend $20. So when I say saving $20 a week can get you to that at least $1,000, it can. But don't despise the small beginnings. We'll look at the $20 and feel discouraged or defeated because we can't save that 100 or we can't save that 200. It's okay, because those small things compound into bigger things. So do not despise the small beginnings. If you can only save $5 a week or $10 a week or $20 a week right now, it's okay. Start with what you can and continue to let it grow from there. So those are my 5 money saving tips. Number 1, save before you pay bills. Number 2, save automatically. Go ahead and set up that feature. Number 3, create a high yield savings account. If you're going to have your money sitting in an account, you might as well get a higher interest rate on it. Number 4, get accountability. Somebody trusted, somebody trustworthy that you can lean on, send screenshots to, send receipts to, all of that good stuff. And then number 5, do not despise the small beginnings. Now, my bonus tip, make it fun. Saving money is not something that we should dread, something that we should roll our eyes at or get annoyed at. No, make it fun. Implement no spend days. No spend days is something that I implemented with my club called the Secret Savings Club. And I think it was in the month of March. We did every Wednesday and Thursday was a no spend day. So what did that mean? They had to be proactive with carrying lunch to They had to be proactive with carrying lunch to work. They had to make sure they had gas in their car. Whatever it is that they might spend money on, they needed to think about it ahead of time, because on Wednesday and Thursday, it was a no spend day. And I was checking in with them to make sure that they did not spend money. So you can implement no spend days with yourself and say, every Wednesday, I'm not spending a dime. Or every Thursday, I'm not spending $1. Like, it does not matter. Implement a no spend day. Include fun challenges. Like, this month, I'm going to save $150. Next month, I'm going to double it. I'm going to save $300. And that kind of ties into my money saving tip number 4, which was get accountability. When you have a group of friends or a friend who you're doing this stuff with, y'all can make it fun and make it a friendly competition, which will keep you going. If you know that saving money is something that you struggle with, baby, you're going to have to do whatever it is that you can do to be successful at it, because not saving money is going to have you in a bad financial spot time and time again. It's going to continue this living paycheck to paycheck cycle. It's going to continue to have you just living a quality of life that you know that you are capable of more. And when I say that, it goes back to investing, seeing your money grow. You can't invest money that you don't have. So if you're not saving money, how can you invest money? You can't build equity by buying your own house if you don't have savings. Nobody is giving you a loan of $100,000 plus when they don't see you have any reserves. They don't see you have anything saved. So saving money is so critical and so foundational. It's deeper than just, oh, I got to save for an emergency or just in case something happens. So I want you to think expansively. I want you to think about your financial future. I want you to think about your financial goals and understand that saving is a huge part of it. So thank you so much for watching this video. If this was helpful for you, drop it in the group chat with your homegirls, send it to your friends and family, and take your savings seriously. Take your savings so seriously. Last but not least, the Responsible Homegirl Budgeting Planner is a planner that I created that I know will help you with budgeting your money and saving your money consistently. As you are on your journey of becoming more financially responsible and wealth conscious, you need to budget. Your budget is foundational. It is how you are able to be proactive and plan where your money is going instead of asking later on, where did my money go? No, you want to get in front of it. You don't want to be behind asking questions. And when I tell you budgeting and saving, they go hand in hand. They go hand in hand. So as you are on your journey, I want to help you out. Inside of the planner, I take you through how to budget, how to save your money. I talk about how your savings account, just all of the good things that you get on YouTube is inside of this book. So you can always have it with you. So go to theresponsiblehomegirl.com, purchase your planner. And again, thank you so much for watching this video. And I will see you in the next one. Bye, y'all. Number 2, save automatically. Slow down, breathe. In, out. Okay. Saving tip number 2, save automatically. When I want to sleep. I'm so tired. Okay, get it together, girl. All right. Whew, all that talking, girl.